See, my mother never ever like stays up to date about things. Like she's a very passive person. The day England got out, my mother saw the headlines, went to the balcony, took the flag out, made it a TehGoatLord.
Absolutely. Welcome to a brand new episode of Plaantik presents the AA show powered by Setweb. If you're watching any show this summer, make sure it's this one. AA show প্রতিটি episode আমরা একটি করে contender কে নিয়ে আলাপ আলোচনা করব with a very special guest. And today as a guest, we have one of the most outstanding content creators of this country, the founder of Rantages, Mr. Rumman R Kalam. So pleasure to have you on the show, Rumman.
Thank you.
But onno kono discussion jawar age, we need to know this because I'm pretty sure oneker question eta. So TGL, what does it stand for? TehGoatLord naki the?
It's actually the GoatLord, and that happened because I was a gamer before I started Rantages. So kind of obviously gaming nicks don't have.
So our Rantages idea ta ba.
Rantages was actually a programming project for me.
What? This is the first time this story is coming out. It's like a big scoop.
I told this story numerous times, but no one can actually process it.
I don't think we can.
Because I always used to write, but not like writing. It's sort of like a byproduct of my other activities. So I made a complete content management system on PHP. That was like 14 or something. So korar pore I made a website, but I don't have anything to put on the website, right? So it was just an empty website which worked. So what I started doing is people used to ask me how to, download this, how to do that. So I started putting tutorials there. And then Twilight came out. So I was pretty angry.
Like a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it was a blessing in disguise for me. So I wrote the article on Twilight, and it 2010 যুগ viral হওয়া যায়।
It's good enough.
And then I saw that, rather than coding, writing gets me more exposure, so I went after writing. And yeah, the rest is history.
So, content creation and being one of the OGs, content creation world in Dhaka, Bangladesh overall, what is the one thing that you've learned a team take a lead korte giye Rantages?
One thing that I've learned is to never lie to your audience. Because people are not stupid at all. And now with Google, how can you possibly expect your audience to be ignorant? Every day I keep hearing, you have to do it for the masses, you have to do it for this, that. And we're the fastest growing economy in the world.
Right.
So we have a huge growing middle class. And no one's bothering with the middle class. No one's actually, making content for
the middle class.
For the middle class, for people, who want to see a global Bangladesh, a globalized Bangladesh. Like Plaantik is a huge part of globalized Bangladesh, I would say. Especially that ESPN shout out. That was a huge. I was personally very happy about it. We're there. Plaantik was that for me. So that is something that Rantages wants to give to the community. But before we do that, the community itself needs to develop. Because right now we're just busy fighting each other. That should not be the goal.
What about England? Now there is discussion of England. So let's move on to England finally. So overall, are you happy with the squad? Being an England fan yourself.
I stopped being happy with England since 2010. It's not about
not even 2006 now, because probably 2006
squad was brilliant.
Golden generation.
See, that's what taught me to never expect from England. Because you have Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, Terry, Ferdinand, Ashley Cole,
Gary Neville,
who's my all-time favorite player. And that's the reason I support England, because there are so many England favorites. Because as a United fan, just have these England fans, right?
True that, right.
And that's why I accidentally started supporting England.
Okay. So overall, chances in England are more.
Chances none.
But at least from the group stages, because the group isn't.
But group stage.
Don't you think, looking at the squads, compared to the other World Cups, they're slightly weaker, right? So expectation level kintu ager sathe match korbe na. So what do you think?
These players have played together a lot. That's one thing they have going for them. Then there's a Tottenham spine on the team. Right. That's also another good thing. If you compare to the past teams, you had an all-star squad. And it did nothing, absolutely nothing.
Exactly, that's right.
So if we're talking about the individual quality of players, I wouldn't really talk about it that much, but again, I think one thing, if you've noticed, I don't know, among the World Cup winners, they always have a brilliant goalkeeper. You have Casillas, you have
You need that.
You had Dida, and you had Neuer in the last World Cup. You look at England, you have Jack Butland. Right?
Who's not bad.
It's not bad, but
You have Jack Butland. You can say everything. You can say he's not bad, he did that, he did that. But at the end of the day, he's Jack Butland. Right?
yeah, true that.
And
But overall, did you think Southgate overall did a good job?
yeah, as an England fan, what I want are incremental changes.
Okay.
The first change that I'd like to see is a manager doing their own thing, which Southgate is doing, I'd say.
Okay.
And he introduced the 3-5-2, and then
Different approach.
then he's picking the team according to his needs.
His needs, right?
So this is very different from playing Scholes in the left wing. This is very different from that mentality. So I think Southgate is on the right track. He may not be the man for England at the end, but the way he's approached it, I'd say he's doing a good job.
So, at the end of it, আমরা জানি যে you support England.
Yeah.
But question is, how far do you think they'll go?
Realistically.
Just past the group stages.
So, round of 16, realistically. And optimistic কি বলে? এটা তো realist.
একদম optimist, একদম if you push me, like
to
hold
the
the boundary to my throat.
Finals?
They don't have the flair nor the pedigree to reach the finals.
Not even the passion?
Then Brazil would win every World Cup.
Fair enough. Okay, so Rumman ready?
Yeah.
Are you there? Give me the heads up.
Start.
Okay. According to you, এখন পর্যন্ত World Cup history-তে সবচেয়ে iconic moment কোনটা ছিল?
Ronaldo's haircut in 2002.
Better number 9, Harry Kane or Kun Aguero?
Harry Kane.
Which team's inclusion ever World Cup-এ shocked you the most?
England.
Better dancer, Lingard or Pogba?
Pogba. Definitely.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Favorite book of all time?
Okay, wow. That's a difficult one. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Favorite song of 2018?
I have no idea.
Iron Man or Captain America?
Iron Man, definitely Iron Man.
Who's the best Plaantik taker according to you?
Who's the best Plaantik taker according to me is Zidane.
Okay. Plaantik এর ক্ষেত্রে, which one do you prefer? Power, placement or Panenka?
Panenka.
Better hairstyle, Gareth Bale or Olivier Giroud?
Gareth Bale.
If you had to name a burger after Harry Kane, what would it be?
It would be a triple patty burger.
নাম কি হবে?
Nam. Harry Kane. That is.
if you could take a picture with Phil Jones, or a caption কি হবে?
Woke up like this.
Better squad, England 2006 or England 2018?
England 2006, any day of the week.
Most memorable World Cup?
2006.
Steven Gerrard or Frank Lampard?
Which Gerrard? You have a dead Gerrard, which is at the end of his career.
No, but like the peak Gerrard or the peak Lampard?
Peak Lampard. I want 20 goals this season.
That's right. Who do you think will win the Golden Boot এই বছর?
Ronaldo.
Most Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Most overrated team is ever in World Cup?
Germany.
Most underrated team ever?
Underrated team. I would have to say Belgium.
Okay.
Time's up.
Okay. Nice. Good stuff there, Rumman. Pineapple on pizza. Woke up like this. What a mess to look. But interesting choice for Gareth Bale as well. Any reason you picked Gareth over Oli?
Yeah, it's Oli.
But Oli Gareth কিন্তু
Tiger point.
always on খেলার মধ্যে.
Our beard game was strong.
Yeah, but then, Bale gets more time to take care of it.
and if you want to take better care of your hair as well, so set wet look today, you can actually get hair like Oli G or Gareth Bale or probably Rumman's hair as well.
So, putting you into spot, what is the one thing you love about football? And also one thing you hate about football?
You really hate or
Really
really
hate, yeah.
love?
One thing I absolutely love about football is the amount of knowledge it can give you. For one thing, speaking of Rantages, when I started in 2013, I had like a bunch of kids, like 13, 14-year-old kids, 3 of them. And only one thing stuck with me, that was you can't win anything with kids.
You can.
Yeah, you can. And I took that inspiration from the BuzzFeed games.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? No. If you have a good manager, you can do it. And I will be that good manager. And I will.
Well, you sort of became that good manager.
I guess.
If you're old enough, you're good enough.
So, and overall, if you've read Sir Alex's reading, he talks about always maintaining a balance between youth and experience. That is also another thing we maintain at Rantages. So, football is a very fast-paced industry,
Right.
if not the fastest. Right. So, over there you can learn a lot of things because you look at how the finances work in the world of football, how players move, tactics. There's a lot to learn from there.
Right.
And if you ask me what I genuinely hate about football, that's Manchester City. Why? Why? They need to be there.
Thank you so much once again for this amazing time and the show that we had. But Jawarga, we have a little token of appreciation from Setway. Yes. Yeah.
And let's instax this moment.